Crystal Beaudry here with Crystal's Clean Kitchen. So we have another cottage cheese recipe for you. Now, if you don't know, we are doing a whole series on all the fun things that you can do with cottage cheese. So in today's episode, we are going to be making some cottage cheese beef queso dip. Oh, that was a mouthful. Okay, so this recipe is low carb friendly, it's keto approved, and it only has a couple of ingredients. And best of all, it is packed with protein. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do me a huge favor though and hit that like button. Here is all of the ingredients. Notice there's not that many because this recipe is awesome. So we're gonna do 1 pound of some ground beef. Now I made some taco seasoning myself. That is on my shorts section. I just repurposed an old jar and we're gonna be using 1 to 2 tablespoons of that. It's kind of up to you how much you like. I don't know if you want it super spicy or not. So that's why it's up to you. Then we're gonna be doing 1 can of some diced tomatoes. Now you could also get a can of tomatoes that has like chilies already in it. That would taste really good in this as well. 1 cup of some cottage cheese and 1/2 cup of some cheddar cheese that has been shredded. All right, let's get started. So I put my ground beef into a skillet because I'm going to be adding everything else to this saucepan as well. You want to just chop it all up just like you normally would when you're making ground beef. Then I'm going to just sprinkle my spices on it and let it cook. So I'm going to start by shredding my cheese. I only need 1/2 cup, so this is not going to take long. Now, I always shred my cheese just because the stuff that you buy that's pre-shredded at the store is covered with cellulose and it does not melt the same. So shredding your cheese is not only cheaper to do, but it also only takes a couple seconds. Then I'm going to portion out my cottage cheese. We're going to blend this all together. And we're also going to be adding in our cheese to this. Super easy. So if you're noticing that it's really hard for it to blend, you could add a couple of tablespoons of water in it to kind of thin it out. I didn't need to because my cottage cheese had a little bit of liquid in it, so it worked out perfectly. Now you could also add your taco seasoning to this mixture if you wanted. I just decided to put it in with the meat because at the end of the day, it's all going to be mixed together, so it's all good. So my beef has finished cooking. Now I'm going to be adding in the queso. What an easy way to make a healthy, protein-packed queso. This is looking delicious. Okay, so you can add as much of the tomatoes as you prefer, either 1/2 can or a whole can. We're gonna start with 1/2 can and see how it looks. And I also am keeping the heat on still because I just want that queso to warm up a little bit. All right, here it is. Now I did drain out some of the liquid from this because I added a little too much liquid. I forgot to separate the tomatoes from the juice. So don't do that. Otherwise you'll have to drain some of it out. Now I also cut up some little sweet peppers because that's gonna go perfectly with this. All right, you ready for a taste test? I can't wait. Wow. So it has super good flavor. I love that taco seasoning in there. The cheeses, the queso sauce, oh, yum, it's so good. You could also have this with some siete chips. That would make this party perfect. I'm just gonna be eating this for lunch because it is so good. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Now don't forget, we're doing that whole series on all the things that you can do with cottage cheese. This is another one of those episodes. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And stay tuned for some more great recipes. We'll see you next time.